The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio.
Q Radio.
Welcome to Pets Corner with me, Sharon Jennings. Coming up on today's show, our resident vet gives advice on the best time to remove a puppy from its mother. And I talk to a fantastic charity that helps to look after abused and abandoned animals.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
Buying a puppy is always a very exciting time for any family, but some, let's say not very reputable breeders, let puppies go too early. And joining me is Mark McCracken from Grove Vets in Ballymena to give advice about what is the best time to remove a puppy from its mother. You're very welcome, Mark.
Hi, Sharon.
I've read reports recently, Mark, of breeders who are letting puppies go at 3, 4 and 5 weeks. I mean, this is really too early, isn't it?
It is, Sharon. It's widely accepted that really puppies should be staying with their mothers and their litter mates until they're about 8 weeks of age. Now, that's for very good reason. So if you have a breeder that's happy or is keen even for you to come and take pups at 4, 5, 6 weeks of age, alarm bells should really be ringing. Wee pups' brains are still very much developing, and that period between 3 and 8 weeks of age is absolutely critical to their development, and it's really important that they're with their mother and their litter mates at that time, because they're learning about dog interaction, they're learning how to interact with other dogs, they're learning how to be dogs really from their mother, they're learning about initiating play, dominance, submission. A really important thing that they're learning about is a thing called bite inhibition. They're learning that if they bite their mother or their litter mates a little bit too hard, they're quite likely to get a bite back, and so that teaches them about playing at an acceptable level. The other thing, Sharon, as well, is if a breeder is happy for pups to go at 4, 5, 6 weeks of age, that begs the question, well, obviously that breeder doesn't know or doesn't care about getting those pups socialised with other dogs. And if they don't know or don't care about that, what else don't they know or don't care about?
It's also the responsibility, Mark, of people who are going to find puppies that they also don't take them before that time.
It's very tempting if you're going to look at pups and the breeder's keen for you to take them, to take those pups just to get them out of that situation. But people must really not be afraid to say, look, thanks, but no thanks. There are authorities they can contact if they do have concerns. The local dog warden would be a good starting point.
Absolutely, Mark. Mark, thank you so much. As always, very good advice.
No problem at all, Sharon.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family.
Remember, Brandy Dog Food has teamed up with Stenaline to give away 50 return crossings to the UK for your car, dog and 4 passengers. Pick up special promotion packs of Brandy and enter at brandydogfood.com or on Facebook.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family.
Now, Northern Ireland has the highest rate of stray, abused and abandoned animals in the UK. And one organisation which is trying to help those animals is 7th Heaven. And joining me is the trustee, Stephen McMurray. Stephen, you're very welcome.
Hello, it's nice to be here.
So, Stephen, why was 7th Heaven set up?
Been here for 10 years. We were set up simply because of the facts and figures you give out. Northern Ireland is one of the first places in the UK for stray dogs and abandoned cats. We decided to set up our own charity to try to help out.
Now, you're different from other charities, Stephen, in that you don't have a central premises where all the animals go to. You have a body of volunteers who will take the animals into their own homes and care for them in their own homes.
The cats are more or less up in Mollusk and Newton Abbey, and the dogs would be more or less all in Moira. We do have a few volunteers sprinkled around the place to help out. The reason being that we're all voluntary, so we'll have to go to work, unfortunately, to earn a living. We don't believe in making any money out of this, so it's part of our charity policy that nobody will get paid any money for doing it.
Stephen, why do you think Northern Ireland has got the highest rate in the UK of basically bad animal welfare?
It's hard to say, really. The councils are quite good at when the dogs get to the pound, but there seems to be a lack of responsibility in the ownership, a lack of empathy in people, particularly concerned with cats more than dogs, but dogs are bad also.
And what kind of examples are you having to try and rehome?
The reasons are varied and numerous. A lot of the problems would be people who suddenly become pregnant, have a child, feel they can no longer look after the animal. There's also, due to the fact now a lot of people can't afford their mortgages, they're moving into rented accommodation and the landlords don't permit pets. cases where elderly parents or relatives die, leave cats, dogs behind, and
Yeah.
there's nobody to look after them.
So in terms of Seventh Heaven, Stephen, what can people do to help your organisation?
The main thing is to take an animal, but before you do it, of course, make sure you have the time and you're responsible enough to look after that dog for the rest of its life, or the cat for the rest of its life.
And you do have a website, Seventh Heaven, Stephen, so people could get in contact through there if people do have the time, and as you say, if they really are committed. Well, Stephen, thank you very much. Really thank you in terms of the work that you're doing to pick up the pieces in animal welfare.
No problem, that's what we're here to do.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.